today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different. Okay. This video is geared more towards people who do not regularly listen to ASMR, or people who are thinking of starting their own channel. Because I know a lot of you guys come to me and you are thinking about starting your own channel, and I think that is fantastic. And so I just kind of wanted to start a little bit of a series of videos that might help you get started with all of that, because I know when I was starting my own channel, there was very limited resources as to, like, I don't know, just things on YouTube that helps you start this kind of thing. And so, but I'm gonna try to do it in a relaxing way. See, I've got my tea with my my frozen mug that I found at Goodwill. Alright, so the topic of today's video is ASMR in general. And if you're interested, and you can tell me down in the comments, if you're interested, I would be more than happy to do a video of, like, kind of tutorials on what I think at least makes good ASMR, and like what I look for in the channels that I listen to, and also what I do in my own videos that helps me find some success. Now granted, I'm not the most successful ASMR channel, but I do try to produce the best quality content available, or at least that I can. This is the kind of thing that I do in my schooling and things that I will do in my career, as far as like media production. So this is just coming from someone who kind of a little bit knows some technical stuff. Okay, so here are my opinions on ASMR. So, what is ASMR? Of course, we all know that it is an acronym, the Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and that's all fine and well, but that is not really what I see as being ASMR. So, I think ASMR is more about people. I think ASMR is more about connecting with other humans, and this can be done through a variety of different ways. So I'm going to kind of transition a little bit to the different types of ASMR that I have found. Okay, and after we do that, I'll kind of go throughout what I like and what I try to do with my channel, and maybe this could help you kind of get an area that you want to use for your own channel if you're starting one. Okay, so I've broke it down into a few categories, and the first category, I'll just list them off. So we've got the pure ASMR sounds, alright? Then we've got visual ASMR. We've got comforting ASMR. We've got role plays, and we've got the guided meditations. Alright. And then of course we've got the fan service, sex-related ones, which we will not discuss because they are the ones that are destroying this community. Okay, exactly what it sounds like. It's just sounds. It's ASMR for the sake of ASMR. And so this is the type of things that I would say that you would see more on Instagram and social media and stuff that you would see kind of in the mainstream as far as like content creation goes. So this would be stuff like people just tapping and scratching and sipping, stuff like that. I've broken this down into two categories. There are the ASMR, pure ASMR sounds with props, and pure ASMR sounds with no props. So with props would be more of the tapping and scratching. And then the pure ASMR sounds with no props. And that is more of like the mouth sounds. And I've seen people do kind of like collarbone tapping. And teeth tapping. So I would say the no props would be more of like ASMR with your own body. Now, two examples of pure ASMR sounds that I've found, and of course there are many, 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 many more. So pure ASMR sounds with props. I would say that JoJo ASMR does a lot with that. Also, ASMR Zeitgeist. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. ASMR Zeitgeist. They both do sounds with like pure just ASMR. Nothing more really. Now JoJo, of course, has kind of a shtick of a personality. You know, it's kind of good, but anyway. So I think those are two examples of prop ASMR, and then an example of no props. I think would be Frivolous Fox. Now, I listen to Frivolous Fox quite often. She's one of my favorites. I think she's extremely talented. But she does more of the mouth sounds and like breathing and what have you, stuff like that. Okay, so next up, I have visual ASMR. Now, of course, this is a little bit different, in my opinion, than sound ASMR. So, visual ASMR has to do with some more stuff with the camera. Okay, so that's kind of like me getting up in your personal business, and it's more for relaxation. Okay, you watch it in order to calm down. What it is about this kind of thing, the graceful movements. Now, I don't claim to be the best at visual ASMR, but it is more about the gracefulness of the motions that the ASMR artist is doing. And so, again, we have those with props and those without props. And so without props, it's kind of like what I was just doing, just kind of like getting up close, personal with the hand. And one thing that I've discovered is it works a lot better if your camera can create that depth of field. So as you can see back here is really, really blurry. And then my hands up top are in focus. And so that creates kind of a So to find these, I mean, you just search visual ASMR or visual triggers, and you will see what I'm talking about. So the next category, after I take this sip, would be comforting ASMR. Comforting ASMR. So this is what I try to make my channel for the most part. I think this is more where people try to connect with other humans out there that they wouldn't normally connect with. It's kind of like more of the personal attention, and this almost crosses into like role play type stuff that I will cover in a minute. But this type of ASMR is more for like directed at people with anxiety and depression and stuff, to make them feel less alone, which I think is a fantastic thing that this exists. I mean, obviously, since this is kind of what I try to do with my channel. But I think it's a great avenue for people to get through difficult times. And some examples of this, I think, would also be Frivolous Fox. I think she definitely tries to, make you feel at ease. I mean, all ASMR artists do that, but she tries to connect with you and make you feel heard and valued and just not alone. And I deeply appreciate that. And so I also try to do that with my channel. So the next thing that I want to cover is roleplay ASMR. So roleplay ASMR is kind of, it's tricky because I feel like, ASMR at its root is supposed to make you relaxed and, just feel at ease and get you ready for sleep. I think there's a fine line between ASMR and interactive podcasts. And I think those kind of interchange as far as terminology and things like that go. But in my research of ASMR on YouTube is that there are two types of ASMR roleplays, and this does not include the interactive podcast that I was talking about, and I can go into that here in a little bit. So the two types are realistic roleplays and fictional roleplays. So the realistic roleplays are more of like the cranial nerve exams or something like that. I think these are really cool. Not necessarily the cranial nerve exams specifically, but the realistic role plays I think this as the haircut ones, and for some reason, haircut ASMR is very prominent on YouTube, and like I don't fully understand this because personally haircuts give me anxiety. I hate haircuts, which is why my hair is so long. But for some reason, they're very popular, and some of them are very, very, very relaxing. Okay, so the fictional role plays. These are more of story-based. Now, granted, a lot of role plays are story-based, even if they're not fictional, but these are reliant on story. So there are some that are more like cyberpunk themed or fantasy themed, like, you know, an elf healing you or just something along those lines. Now, be very careful. Roleplay ASMR can very easily go into the sex category, which, as we know, Jake does not approve of. Like I said before, I think that is the reason ASMR gets such a bad rep. And so you have to be careful with this type of thing and make sure that it is beneficial to view. So yeah, role plays. I think someone who does role plays very well is GB. She does both realistic and fictional type of stuff. She does like interview type things, and she even has like a mermaid thing where she's like, I don't know, talking to you as a sailor or something. I don't know, but everything I've seen from her is very nice. She does both the fictional and realistic role plays very well. So go check that out if you're interested in knowing more. Now, I think I've done a couple of role plays type of stuff. I think I've done a couple of drawing you, like painting or drawing your portrait or something along those lines. So yes, also go check those out. Obviously, I love your support. So, alright, so the last and final type of ASMR, just type of ASMR that I have come across, and this is getting more into, I don't know, just something like a different animal. But it is guided meditations and sleep talk downs. Now, I think what separates these from people like me who does regular ASMR is that these are the people who actually know what they're doing. I think these are the people who kind of take aspects of like different worldviews and religious standpoints, such as Buddhism and or Hinduism, like actual meditation type of stuff. But I think that even if you're not associated with either of those, that they can be a very good avenue to relax and or go to sleep. My favorite, I have two meditation type ASMR or video that I listen to on the regular, and that is Jason Stevenson and The Honest Guys. This is kind of what I listened to before I even got into ASMR. Way back in the day. So these two, I was like, and you could kind of break these down into a couple of different categories. The first one being more conceptual guided meditations, and the other being more of visualization. And so the more conceptual ones, I feel like have more to do with religious themes, such as like chakra alignment or purification or something. Like I said, don't know what I'm talking about. Like chakras and like rooting yourself in the moment, and just like analyzing your own body and stuff like that. Whereas the visualizations, which I oftentimes incorporate into my own content, is more like they're shorter role plays, but it's like, yeah, you are in space now, kind of thing. And I think Jason Stevenson and the Honest Guys do those very well. The Honest Guys are more of the visualization, whereas Jason Stevenson is more of the conceptual meditation type things. Both fantastic, and both I would highly recommend. They do use music in most of their videos, so that is a big plus for me, at least. Okay, so I know that was a lot. That's a lot to take in. Feel free to view this video as many times as you want. It helps me if you do. But I would also like to go into a little bit, don't worry, this is the last thing, go into a little bit of what each type that I've described, like each type of ASMR that we've gone through today, kind of what they do, or at least what I've found that they do. Again, this is all my opinion. This is all my findings in my years of doing ASMR and observing it. So there are five purposes, I feel like, for ASMR. The first one, ASMR for sleep. The second one, ASMR for relaxing. ASMR for comfort. ASMR for entertainment. And ASMR for background noise. So, you might be saying, Jake, ASMR for sleep and ASMR for relaxation are the same thing. They are not. ASMR for sleep, I feel like, is more of something you listen to as you're going to sleep. So you put it on and you close your eyes in bed and you fall asleep while you're listening to it. So this is what I typically do with ASMR. I will listen to it as I'm falling asleep, and to me, with these different purposes comes different styles of performing triggers to induce ASMR. My channel is more of ASMR for sleep, or at least that's what I tried to make it. That or ASMR for relaxing or comfort, which I will go into in a minute. But this could be a whole separate video. And if you're interested, I would be more than happy to do that. So, ASMR for sleep is more for listening to as you are falling asleep. Okay, so ASMR for relaxing. This is more of like ASMR you like watch and you listen to during the day. Like you sit there specifically to calm down. Okay, and this is more of like visual triggers. This could be ASMR sounds or role plays, just to take a second from your day, 20 minutes, and just chill out. And going back to ASMR for sleep, this could be anything from pure ASMR sounds comforting ASMR or guided meditations or role plays is kind of like, depending on the style, it can encompass pretty much any of the types of ASMR that I discussed earlier. So ASMR for comfort, like I said, this is more of ASMR for like anxiety or, depression or, panic attacks, stuff like that. A lot of times is in the form of role plays, like the more realistic role plays, where you have someone who actually comes on and pretends to be either a therapist or a close friend or something like that. It's just like, it's all in the style, more of the personal attention. I try to incorporate this a lot in my own videos. So then there's ASMR for entertainment, and that is more of the role plays and visualizations and stuff. As I mentioned earlier, JoJo ASMR kind of goes into this with his pure ASMR sounds. He will kind of embody an on-screen character that helps with the entertainment aspect. It keeps you calm and also just entertained and focused on what he's doing, which I think is a brilliant use of the platform. And then, of course, last but not least, ASMR for background noise. We all know the times when we are doing work or, just vibing, drawing, homework, just whatever, reading, and we just need something in the background and we're not really feeling music. And so this is where the ASMR for background noise comes into play. I think this is one of my favorite types of ASMR. I think this could also go into the category of ASMR for sleep. And this is just stuff that's just relaxing going on in the background that you just don't really acknowledge. And I think there's an art to it because you have to make it entertaining enough to block out all of the secondary thoughts that are happening in your brain, while also make it just kind of monotonous enough to not distract you from your work. I think there's definitely an art to it, and I love listening to stuff like this. This could go under the category of ASMR for sleep because it's not entertaining enough for you to, stay awake and be forced to listen to it because it's so entertaining. But it's also still ASMR, so it's still like you can still just listen to it. And again, like that's a lot of my style in ASMR. So I hope this was helpful. I would like to do more teaching of ASMR for beginner ASMR artists, because I love when people support each other on their channels, and so I would love you to just start your own channel, and hopefully I can make more like tutorial type videos if you're interested, of course, and more thoughts on ASMR, maybe some reviews of some other channels, stuff like that. So let me know what you think, and maybe some suggestions on stuff you want me to review